Assalamu alaikum, dear students. With the remaining part of the check and types of the check lecture, today our topic is importance of the check. That what are the importance of the check? So, in spite of introduction of various mode of payments, and settlement, still a large number of the people are addicted to use of the checks, and all the clearing houses are handling a very large number of the checks every day. In view of the importance of checks, it must that one should know what is a check and how it's enable the settlement of the payments. While withdrawing or drawing of money from the bank, making payments to someone, so you have to make use of the check that is issued to you. So that's why in the deposits case as well as in the drawing case, and the transfer or safe transfer of money through by the check with the help of the clearing house, the transfer of funds also taken place. So all these are the important features of the check. A check that is in very convenient methods of the making payments. So convenient method. Look at, if immediately you don't have the cash amount, if instead of cash amount, when you pay a check, so that check is acceptable and the transaction taken place. One, if instead you transfer the cash money, so that is risky. That's why instead of the transferring the cash amount, if that money is transferred through by the check, so that is very convenient and easy way of the making the payments. Another one importance of the check, that it facilitates the transfer of the funds. Look at, when before that, when cash money that was transferred, so people were hesitate. But nowadays, through by the check, millions, daily wise, millions of and billions of amount that are transferred from one place to another one place, from one city to another one city, from one account to another one account through by the check. So it facilitates the transfer of funds. Uses of check provides safety to money deposited into the bank. Means that for how much long we are using the check. So checks, they are providing safety. They are too much safe. And the transaction is done without the currency, money, by using the check. All the transaction, we nowadays mostly we can done through by the check, not in exact money. Why? Because check is also used as a medium of exchange. So check is a type of the near money. Exactly, that is not in the shape of the money, but it is work as a near money. So these was the major importance of the check that we studied. Next one topic is the reasons for the dishonoring a check by the bank. Why bank dishonored the check. So I already discussed these, that why a bank, what is dishonored check. So a check which is not honored by the bank and returns back to the presenters, such check is called dishonored check or bounce check. So bank dishonor the check not without reasons. There are some reasons. Due to those reasons, the bank returns or bounce the check back. Like a check may not be in proper form. So in that situation, bank returns back the check if that are not in the proper form. Like you not fill up the date column, you not fill up the amount column, yeah, there is something, the payee name are not mentioned, etc., etc. Drawer signature differs from the specimen record with the bank. Like I open the account in a bank and the SS card security signature card. Bank take a signature record from me. So when I issued the check, and on that check I make a signature on it, so when that check is presented, so my signature is checked with the SS card signature. So if the SS card signature and the signature on the check that are different, there is a difference between these signatures. So in that situation, bank returns back the check, bounce back. A check is a stale or post-dated check. Stale check means expired check. Or post-dated check, still their time is not coming yet. Like look at, I issued the check and I write the January 1st, 2021. So if you present that check today in the bank, so bank will say that this check is, the date of this check is not coming yet, this is post-dated check, so will back. Stale check means expired check. So if you present the expired check in a bank, bank will return back that check to you. Amount is expressed in word and figures that are different, as I discussed. Another one example, check mutilated. Mutilated means either the check is cut from one side or from two sides, that is torn up, part of the check is missing. So in that situation, mutilated check will also returns back by the bankers. Materials alternations like change in the date, amount, etc., or writing you made, that is called material alternation. Like in 10,000 you write 1 lakh in the figure, and in the words you write 10,000. So then of the 1 lakh, 10 you were right. So when you presented that check in the bank, bank will return back that check to you. So these are the main main reasons of the dishonoring of the check. Similarly, not sufficient funds check, and so due to these reasons, checks are returns back by the bank. So now we will move towards the next lecture. Our next lecture is principles of bank advances. Principles of bank advance. So there are few general principles of goods lending which every bank follow when appraising and advance proposals. These general principles of the good lending are as follows. Look at credit or lending loan or providing debts. This is very risky. So when bank, the question is that one, that lending of loan, that is too much easy, but recovery of that is too much hard. So that's why when the bank, they are giving advance, so either blindly bank give these advances to an individual or to a business, Why? Recovery of that is too much important one. So there are some general principles that should follow by the bank. Similarly, if we are giving some loan to our friends and family members, so we will also keep these principles in our mind. So principle of the bank advances are, first what principle is safety principles. Look at safety first is the most important principle of the goods lending or of the money lending. When a banker lends, so he or she must feel certain that the advance is in the safe hands. That is, the money will definitely come back. How? The banker will know that advance is same, the loan is safe. So, for example, if the borrower invests the money in an unproductive or in the speculative, risky businesses, or if the borrower himself is dishonest person, and the advances would be, so in that situation that will be in danger. Or if the bank, they are giving loan to such a business which are near to the bankruptcy, which are near to the shutdowning stage, which are in the shutdowning stage. So it means that the safety of the loan is not. But on another side, when bank give loan to a person who are a business who is financially strong, their past or previous experience of the payment is good, that person or business have good reputation in the market and in the society, and that person or business is is a honest person, or the business which is taking loan, they are using that loan amount in a productive purposes. So in that situation, such a loan is considered to be safe. The safety of the funds, dear students, if you think, so lend is another principle of the lending. Safety means that the borrower should be able to repay the loan and interest in time at a regular interval without defaulting, without to become defaulter. Defaulter means the person who not pay the loan amount or interest on time. So the repayments of the loan depends upon the nature of the security, the character of the borrower, the capacity to repay, and the financial standings of an individual or business. So look at, if the nature of the security, when bank give the loan, so they are asking of the security. If the nature of that security is strong, so advance will be considered safe. If the character of the borrower is good, either that borrower is individual or a business, so then loan will be considered as, or advance amount is considered as a safe. And if the capacity of the repayments of an individual or a business is good, so then in that situation bank will consider as that our loan amount is safe, and vice versa. So first one principle is that the banker should see that the safety principles, that either the advance which we are sanctioning, that is safe or not safe. The second one principle of the bank loan or bank advance is liquidity. It is not enough that the money will come back. It is also necessary that it must come back on demand or in accordance with the agreed terms of the repayments. Look at, money will come, but when according to the terms and conditions, this is important ones. So, like you take loan from the bank and you promise that I will return back this loan after 2 months. Short-term loan you take. Now, the question is that one, that you will, money will come from you, maybe after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. Bank will recover that money, but liquidity is that principle that the money should be returns back according to the terms and conditions and on the basis of the demands. Like, what are the terms and conditions? You sign the terms and conditions that will return back the loan amount within 2 months. So when 2 months is completed and at the maturity date you returns back the loan amount with interest. This is called the liquidity. The borrower must be in a position to repay within a reasonable time after the demand for the repayment is made. So look, when lender make the demand and borrower obey the demands of the lenders and repay back that loan amounts, this is called the liquidity. So this can be possible only and only if the money is employed by the borrower for the short-term requirements and not that is locked up in the long-term requirements, like acquiring of the fixed assets or in the scheme which take long time periods to pay their way. Look at, if a borrowers, they are taking loan for the short period of time, but banker not check the purpose, so it may be create problems. Like borrower, they are wanting to invest the borrowed amount in the long-term projects. So when they invest that money in the long-term project, so how it is possible that in the short period of time he will return back or she will return back this amount? So purpose checking, that is also important. The sources of the repayments must also be defined. That from which resources you will the borrower will repay back the amount, the borrowed amount or the lending amount. If that person or the borrower have the strong financial resources, so anytime then when bank demand of the money, so it will be come back. But if the borrower, they don't have the strong resources of the repayment, they don't have the assets, they don't have the proper land, building and other type of the strong security, so in these situations the liquidity of the loan amount that will be in the ambiguity. So in liquidity, dear students, that is an important principles of the bank lending. Bank lend for the short period only because they lend public money which can be withdrawn at any time by the depositors. So they therefore advance loan on the security of such assets which are easily marketable and convertible into cash at a shorter notice. A bank chooses such securities in its investment portfolio which possesses sufficient liquidity. It is essential because if the bank needs cash to meet the urgent requirements of its customers, so it should be in a position to sell some of the security at a very short notice without distributing their market price as much. So there are certain security such as central state and local governments bonds which are easily sellable without affecting their market price. The shares and the debentures of large industrial concerns also falls in this category, but the shares, dear students, and the debentures of ordinary firm are not easily marketable without bringing down their market prices. So the banks should make investment in the government securities and shares and debentures of the reputed industrial houses to create the liquidities. Third one, liquidity, that is purpose. That the bank should ask the purpose. The purpose should be productive so that the money not only remains safe but also provides a definite sources of the repayments. Look at if the money or the loan that is taken by a business, but those businesses, they are use those money for the non-productive purposes, or simply if an individual taken the loan and they not use that loan amount in a productive purpose. So this is very difficult. The loan amounts, they are become in the danger. So the purpose should also be well known and that should be short terms. So due to that, the liquidity of the loan will be ensured. The banker must closely analyze, scrutinize the purpose for which the money is required and ensure as far as he can that the money borrowed for a particular purpose is applied by the borrower accordingly. For that purpose, the borrower will use, like if when Al-Khuzay company, they are taking loan from commercial banks. So commercial bank ask the purpose, that for which purpose you are taking this loan, this money. So they will ensure the bank that we are using this money for our production purpose, for our marketing purpose, for our advertisement purpose, for our research and development purpose. So the purpose of the loan, that must be known. If the purpose is not knowing properly, so the loan amount will be in danger. And mostly the loan amounts which is given, so that should be short terms.
amount that should be used in the different projects. So that should be a short-term projects, not by the long-term projects. So this was the third principle, that when banks they are sanctioning the loan or advance to the borrower, so the purpose of those loan amount or borrowed amount must mandatory to be known. The information should be known by the bank, that for which purpose borrower is borrowing this money.